Your physique says a lot about you. Before we even get into this video, I just want to appreciate everybody that has supported me and supported the last video. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys. I thank God. I've gotten a lot of support from my last video. And thank you guys for 600 subscribers. I just hit 600 subscribers like probably a week ago, and I'm already like at like 620, 630. So I appreciate you guys, and I give glory to God. So I kind of want to just touch up on some of the things I was saying in the last video. Not too much because I don't want it to be like identical to what I was saying last video. But in the last video, if you haven't watched it, I implore you to watch it. Obviously, if you want to, you have an option. You don't have to, but I was kind of speaking about how like when you get to a certain point in your training and you get a certain physique after a while, you start getting certain looks, certain gazes. Some people start hating. Some people, look at you as if you're doing something wrong, or if there's something up with you. You get what I'm saying? And I was just touching on that type of things in the last video, but I just kind of want to go over that in a different perspective. You get what I'm saying? Because some of the things I was saying, I could elaborate on more. You get what I'm saying? So the thing that I wanted to talk about today is like I just said, your physique says a lot about you. The way that you are and the way that your body is a reflection of who you are on the inside. And sometimes when people see a person with a good physique, or see somebody that is big or lean or, very muscular, it puts a mirror in front of them. And a lot of people don't like to look in the mirror, because what reflects is all of your decisions and all of your life choices, whether that is something you're proud of or something that you're not. Like I was saying before, a lot of people don't like to take accountability. Because when you have a reflection and this is where you are based off of your life choices and based off of you have to be the one to make a change. You have to be the one to take initiative. You have to be the one to say, I'm going into the gym. You have to be the one to say, I'm changing up my meals. I'm going to eat healthier, better. You have to be the one to say, like, I'm hitting my protein goals and I'm going to, get bigger, and I'm going to lock in on eating 2 meals, 3 meals, 4 meals a day, whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they don't like to take accountability. They like to offset blame. They like to put blame on other people so they can stay comfortable and they never have to change. And to change, you have to take accountability. You have to reel in what you're doing and take in consideration and take what you're doing and change for the better. And a lot of people don't want to do that because it's hard. Change is hard. Change really is hard. You get what I'm saying? Because people fear failure. People fear, others looking at them in a certain way, other people's opinions. And that's a whole nother topic. People don't care as much as you think. People don't care as much as you think. The thing is, even I have to understand, how prideful do I think? How prideful can I be to think that everybody is worrying about me at every given moment? Everybody is commenting on me and commenting on what I'm doing at every given moment. Now, I'm not saying people don't have their own opinions. People don't, judge. People don't have their, certain thoughts about you. That's not what I'm saying. But people don't care as much as you think. People are worrying about themselves, their own lives, their own things that they got going on. You get what I'm saying? People don't care as much as you think. So once you realize that, it can help you propel to the next level. You get what I'm saying? You won't fear failure. You won't fear how people look at you. You won't fear other people's opinions, because you understand that people don't care as much. And even if they do, that has nothing to do with you. You get what I'm saying? Because failure brings growth. You have to fail to grow. You have to know what to do and what not to do to continue to push and move forward. And you should never let somebody's opinion on you thwart that. You get what I'm saying? The only person that should be able to truly mold you and to truly have an opinion on what you're doing or what you need to do or what your next step is God. And when I say God, I'm talking about Jesus Christ. I don't like when people just say God this, God this, God that, but they don't proclaim who they're talking about. You get what I'm saying? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Jesus or are you not? You get what I'm saying? To me, I'm talking about Jesus. So the only person that should truly have an opinion on what you say, what you do, how you live your life is God, is Jesus Christ. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying God can't use people, because he can use anybody. He can use anybody. He can even use the unbeliever. You get what I'm saying? But the only person that should truly have an opinion on what you do is God. And you know if God's using somebody, you know if God's speaking. Like, there's no question. You get what I'm saying? God is powerful enough to come in a way where you understand and know it's him. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes his word can fall on deaf ears. Sometimes your heart can be hard, and sometimes you can block out the voice of the Lord. Of course, I'm not saying that's not a possibility. You get what I'm saying? But you know what you need to do, and you know what you don't. You get what I'm saying? You know when God's coming to you, because 100% of the time, or I shouldn't say 100% of the time, you know when God's speaking to you, because 99% of the time is going against your flesh, going against what you want to do, going against your will, going against what you believe is right. You get what I'm saying? So you shouldn't care about what people think to the degree of it halting you from doing what you know you need to be doing. And I'm not going to sit here and say, like, there's certain things that I wouldn't, or there are certain things that wouldn't get to me, or that like I wouldn't want perceived, because reputation is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I wouldn't want nobody thinking, a sexual deviant or a sexual criminal or anything along those lines, or a child predator or anything like that. I obviously wouldn't want that narrative on me. I wouldn't want anybody to think that, or I wouldn't want nobody. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you should not care about what people think, because people are going to come up with what they believe you are based off of 20 seconds of your life, 20 seconds of your decisions, 20 seconds of what you put out there, 20 seconds of your mistake. Like, they're going to form an opinion on you based off of, a minute detail of a bigger perspective. You get what I'm saying? So don't ever let somebody's opinion on you halt what you're supposed to do. That was just a little side tangent, but when I say your physique says a lot about you, it shows that if you're lean, if you're muscular, if you're like a bodybuilder, if you have a great physique, it shows you have discipline. It shows you get up and get in the gym no matter what. It shows that you may have discipline on eating, or you have discipline on eating. It shows that you don't need motivation. You do what you need to do when you need to do it. It's a reflection of who you are on the inside. You get what I'm saying? And everybody's goals are different. Everybody doesn't have to train like a bodybuilder to be disciplined. Everybody doesn't have to have 118 pounds of lean muscle. You get what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to look the same. But you know when somebody's in the gym and they're disciplined and they're doing what they got to do, or when they're just fooling around. You get what I'm saying? And obviously you shouldn't pay attention to what other people are doing too much. You should stay focused on what you're doing. But it gets to a point where some things are unavoidable. You notice things, you see things, you pay attention to certain details. That's just the reality of life. That's just reality of it. You get what I'm saying? You know when somebody's disciplined. You know when somebody's doing what they're supposed to do. And you know when somebody's just fooling around. You get what I'm saying? So lock in. Do what you guys need to do. Get in that gym. Get that meal plan structured. Stay in that caloric deficit, Eat that extra meal. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying being gluttonous, but, eat that extra meal when you need to bulk. Things like that, Just stay disciplined, because your body is a reflection of who you are. And I know in certain cases where, somebody may have a medical issue or whatever, but it gets to a point where there's no excuses. You get what I'm saying? I know people that were told they will never walk again, were in wheelchairs, but they still exercised. You get what I'm saying? So it's really no excuse. You get what I'm saying? And I know life can be hard, things can be difficult, but pressure makes diamonds. So that's really all I gotta say. I appreciate you guys for supporting me and getting me to 600 subscribers and getting me past 600 subscribers. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I really appreciate all the support that y'all been giving me on this channel, man. God bless all of you. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.